I know all of you in my audience are going to be ecstatic when I share this breaking news with you. You are going to be legitimately surprised. No one saw this coming. This is equivalent to the United States beating Russia in hockey back in the 80s, the Saints pulling the upset over Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl in 2010, the Orlando Magic upsetting Michael Jordan and the Bulls in 95. No one could have predicted this. At this time yesterday, no one would have believed you if you had told them a man was going to dominate women in a swim meet. But that's exactly what happened yesterday. Lia Thomas, my favorite identifier. Lia Thomas shocked the world by winning the Ivy League championship. Now, I will pause for a second so you can take a minute to contain your disbelief. Going into this event, odds makers had Lia Thomas as the clear underdog. Her odds of winning were like 100,000 to 1. Kathy Griffin stood a better chance at winning a beauty contest than Lia Thomas had at winning the Ivy League championship. But through hard work and dedication, along with the benefit of male genetics and a propeller in her pants that her competition didn't have, Lia Thomas was able to pull off the upset win. I don't know about you guys, but I am just so proud of her. Lia Thomas is a role model to young men everywhere. I hope my young nephews grow up one day and accomplish as much as Lia Thomas. My soon-to-be 5-year-old nephew, he registers for T-ball this weekend. Me and my sister, we were talking about it the other night. It was the typical conversation that you would expect. She tells me, Whit signs up for T-ball on Saturday. So I said, are you signing him up for boys or girls? My sister looks at me like I'm a dumbass and said, he's a little boy. He will be playing against other boys. And I told her, no. That is not the era that we're living in. At 4 years old, he doesn't know what gender he identifies with. We want him to be a winner. We want him to feel good about himself. So you need to sign him up with the girls and tell the coach that he identifies as a Cabbage Patch Kid. I want my nephew to be just like Lia Thomas. The mainstream media, they are covering this monumental moment in sports with the usual pomp and circumstance, otherwise known as bullshit. The media is portraying Lia Thomas as a hero, a trailblazer, someone who is paving the way for other mentally confused identifiers. This is a great moment for women. Really? A great moment for women. Someone, please explain to me how this benefits women. From my perspective, this represents the beginning of the end for women's sports. If some 6'10" motherfucker walking around with a swinging dong in his pants decides one day that he identifies as a damsel in distress and wants to play women's basketball, are we going to allow him to play? What if Brock Lesnar decided to identify as a woman, wanted to fight Ronda Rousey in the UFC? Are we going to allow that to happen? If cops get called to a domestic violence call and the husband tells them that he suddenly identifies as the wife, do the charges get dropped? For all of you out there who believe biological men have no advantage over biological women athletically, watch this tape. This is Lia Thomas yesterday winning the Ivy League championship.
Thomas heads in for the final turn. It's going to be a race for second place. It might be Penn going 1-2 with Baroker making the turn currently in second place. And over the last half of the pool, nobody will touch Lia Thomas, who will finish at 4:37.32. Lia Thomas.
As you can see, Lia Thomas is damn near a full lap ahead of the next closest swimmer. It's like she had a damn boat motor tied to her back. Oh, and guess who came in second place? Catherine Buracher, a teammate of Lia Thomas. As predicted here on the channel, this dude stole a championship from a woman who deserved it. I didn't see Catherine Buracher's name on that petition of over 300 collegiate athletes who implored the NCAA to allow Lia Thomas to compete. Now, I don't want to make assumptions here, but naturally, I assume Catherine Buracher isn't cool with this bullshit. Imagine how she felt yesterday. She has worked her entire life to get to this point. Early mornings before class, headed to the pool. Evenings after class, in the pool. Practices, workouts, training. She makes it to the Ivy League championship and doesn't have a prayer. Jesus couldn't have walked on water faster than Lia Thomas was swimming yesterday. Here she is, proudly holding up her championship honors, with the other actual women standing there smiling. I'm beginning to have a hard time feeling sorry for some of these women. There was a simple solution to this problem. We always knew the NCAA wasn't going to do shit about this. They're completely useless. I know these women are young, and they should not have to fight this fight. This should be something that, the adults handle for them. Unfortunately, the NCAA and the Ivy Leagues are run by a bunch of pussies. All they had to do to get rid of Lia Thomas is refuse to compete. Now, I know that is easier said than done. I know they've worked hard to get where they are, but they weren't going to win anyway. If Lia Thomas doesn't have any competition, she can't compete. There's this old saying, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good people to stand by and do nothing. Now, I'm not calling Lia Thomas evil, but all it would take is the real women to stand against this, pressure the NCAA to do the right thing, and this situation would resolve itself. Iszac Henig, or Iszac Henig, I don't know how to pronounce it. Doesn't matter what her name is. Miss Henig or Mr. Henig or they Henig. Pick a fucking pronoun. What I'm trying to say, Iszac Henig is a biological woman. Unlike Lia Thomas, she was actually born with an additional hole. However, Iszac Henig identifies as male. Are you following me so far? I know this can get confusing. Iszac Henig, born female, identifies as male. Guess who she competed against yesterday? If you guessed the dudes, you would be wrong. Even though Iszac identifies as a man, she competed against the women. I wonder why. I thought this was all about equity. I thought we wanted people competing against the gender they identify with. If Iszac identifies as a male to the point where he has a fucking dude name, then why wasn't he competing against the men? KC, why are you being so harsh? We want Iszac to be comfortable and have the best chance to win. We are allowing people to identify as whatever they want and choose where they compete. Oh, my bad. You know what? I identify as a WNBA player. Does that mean I get to join the WNBA and not entertain people? What if I identify as Tiger Woods? Does that mean strippers and porn stars will be waiting in my bed for me? What if I identify as Joe Biden? Can I live in the White House and embarrass myself on a daily basis? All of this is complete bullshit. If we're being equitable, Iszac Henig should have been swimming against the men. We all know why she, he, they didn't. She wouldn't stand a chance at winning. They are only allowing transgender athletes when men want to compete against women. If this does not prove that women have been used for decades by the far left, I don't know what else will. There has been no outcry from feminists about this. Let a straight man look at a woman, it's sexual harassment. Let a transgender man steal opportunities from women, it's called progress. All right, let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts on Iszac Henig, identifying as a dude, but competing against the women. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.